Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm so grateful you're here with me today. And welcome to Art Exploration with Jessica from Color Me Creative, Kelly from Kellie Chassis Fine Art, and me from Indigo Jade Art, where every month in 2020 we are taking a deeper dive and exploring a new color. All three of us met as online teachers, and we just love teaching and exploring new mediums. This month, we're exploring the color green. You can also participate in our monthly challenge and dive in a bit more with us in our private Facebook group. The link to join is listed below. So let's dive in and get started. I'm going to share my favorite green watercolors and the ones that I wanted to highlight this month. So let's just go ahead and dive into these three Daniel Smith watercolors that are my fast favorites, and I'm going to share why. Okay, my three favorites are Cascade Green, Serpentine Genuine, and Jadeite Genuine. I really love these three colors, and I'm going to take a deeper dive into each one of these. But you can see this beautiful color swatch that I have here and how these gorgeous, gorgeous colors kind of granulate and give us a little bit extra. Okay, let's dive into the first color, and that's Cascade Green, and it's PBR7 and PB15. So it's two pigments to make up this color. This color has become a fast favorite of mine because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous green, but when it dries, some of the turquoise and blue colors come out in this color. So it makes it a really, really versatile watercolor because when you water it down, you can really get a lot of different values with this watercolor. So I'm swatching it out here, and then I'm going to come back and show you once the swatch is dry. But you can see you can get a really nice dark to light value with this. It starts out kind of a dark green, like a bluey dark green, and then some of those turquoisey blues start to shine through. I just love it. It's a very, very versatile color. Okay, so now I'm moving on to Jadeite Genuine, and this is a pigment that's from Genuine Jadeite. I really, really like this color from Daniel Smith. It is a gorgeous green, sort of like a black green, but when you add water to it, you can really change the value of this color and get some really, really nice lighter shades of the color. You get a nice graduation of this color, and the texture is amazing. Okay, my last green is Serpentine Genuine, and this is also, the pigment is Serpentine Genuine, and I really like the Daniel Smith brand for their granulating colors like this. So you kind of get a little bit extra with the color. When I'm laying down this color, it's kind of got a green gold look and feel to it, but you can really change the value of this color with water and get a really, really light shade of it. What I love about this color when it dries is that some of the browns from the pigments come through, and it just gives you a lot of extra texture and dimension. Okay, so we're going to have fun with the greens today with our project, and we are going to paint this Luna Moth. And I am just digging it. Look at all the granulation and the texture and dimension that we get from the combination of these three colors. It's just beautiful and electric. Okay, so let's get started. So I have a sketch of this Luna Moth that you can download for free, and you can see it right here. So just the link is in the description, and you can grab that and download it for free and transfer it to your watercolor paper. So let's dive in and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just get my brush here and apply a lot of water to the watercolor paper. Now I'm using 100% cotton watercolor paper, so it can take a ton of water, and I'm really getting it really washy and letting those drips happen. We're going to let that paint kind of embed itself into those drips and drip off the page. It's super fun. So the technique I'm doing here is wet and wet, and I'm dropping my brush into the Serpentine Genuine first. The Serpentine Genuine is the lighter of the three greens. So we're going to be using all three in combination with each other and kind of working our way up from light to dark. So you can see that I'm dropping in a little bit of the Cascade Green here with the Serpentine Genuine, and I'm just moving the card around so that we can get that drippy, drippy effect and let those colors blend and mesh together on the paper, on the watercolor paper. It's super, super wet. The watercolor is going to flow wherever the water is. And it might look intense right now, but it is going to dry back several shades. So we're going to be adding more color on top. But I just love this washy-washy, wet look and feel. Okay, so I'm kind of going in here and I'm coaxing it around just a little bit more, just adding a little bit of the Cascade Green and going between the Cascade Green, the Serpentine Genuine, and adding a little bit of the Jadeite Genuine, and just adding the three colors just to get a nice mix of all three in this first wash of color. Now I just took a heat tool to it to dry the whole watercolor paper so that we can get started with the Serpentine Genuine. So now I'm going to work light to dark and just start painting in the details of the Luna Moth. So I'm starting with the Serpentine Genuine. It's the lighter of the three watercolors that I'm using. And I'm doing the wet on dry. So the paper is wet. I'm dropping in color and I'm just using the layer of color that I paint on and just pulling it out so that I can get some light to dark values of the color. I'm going to go ahead and turn on a little bit of music while you watch me paint the details in the Luna Moth. And I do want to share that you'll see me go back and forth between the Serpentine Genuine, the Cascade Green, and the Jadeite Genuine as I dive deeper into some of the details. And you're also going to see me make quite a few mistakes along the way, and it's going to look like a hot mess until it gets better, which is how most of my watercolor projects start out. They look like a hot mess until we start to refine the details a little bit more and we start to pull away some of the color and mix some of the colors together to get some nice variation and contrast in the work. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music while I paint the details of the Luna Moth. And then I'll pop back in and we'll finish out together. All right, I'm popping back in to just kind of finalize some of the details here. Now, one of the things about this combination of three watercolors, because all three of these watercolors are granulating, you can see that we're getting a lot of extra texture in the granulation that's coming through in the pigments in the watercolor. And that was intentional. That's why I picked these three colors, because I really, really enjoy that extra texture that it can provide. Now I'm going in with a little bit of gold metallic here, and I just love adding this little finishing detail over top of the Serpentine Genuine. The Serpentine Genuine is kind of like a green gold, so adding this little bit of detail on top of that watercolor really adds a little extra something to this Luna Moth, and I'm really digging it. Love it. Okay, so let's talk about some more finishing touches that we're going to do on this Luna Moth. You can see all of the extra texture and how the colors have blended together in that drippy, drippy, washy look that we have just below the Luna Moth. The gold is really adding a lot of extra color pop and glow. But I'm going to go in with a little black marker here and just add a few details to the Luna Moth, just a little extra illustrative details to it, just to kind of bring it all to life and just kind of have a nice contrast with the other details that we have in the wings. I've got a little bit of white gouache here that I'm dropping down onto my mat, getting my brush super, super wet, and I'm going to splatter this white gouache down onto the entire project just to get a little bit of an extra splatter effect. And I'm going to do the same thing with the gold watercolor. And I'm just loving this ethereal look that we have and the intensity of these greens. You can see the Luna Moth on the right, and that was the original. And here's another example of a Luna Moth that I did with predominantly the Cascade Green and just kind of did a little bit more of a wonky kind of Luna Moth. I just love it. The these three greens just work so, so well together, and they just make this Luna Moth glow, and I just love it. I hope you enjoyed today's art exploration tutorial. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel, and head on over to Kellie and Jessica's channels to subscribe and watch their color exploration for this month as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.